So first we're gonna find a comfortable seat, and that could look like basically exactly what I said, anything that is comfortable to you. So you may take the fleshy part of the booty to the side, kind of move it out of the way and ground down into those sits bones even more. And maybe engaging that core will help you sit straight up. We want a straight line for our spine so that our oxygen's not cut off. We want to be able to breathe with ease. It's already difficult enough to just hop into a 10-minute practice and sync up with the breath. So we are going to begin with the eyes closed if you can. If you cannot close the eyes, just gaze out in front of you and kind of zone out if you can. So we're going to inhale, expand the belly, fill it full of air. Exhale, let it all go out of the mouth. Inhale, expanding the belly, filling it full of air. This time, bringing my shoulders up to my ears, and on my exhale, I'm going to use a horse breath. Kind of gets me there quicker. Inhale, shoulders all the way up to the ears. Now I'm scrunching the skin of the face, the forehead. Gonna suck a little bit more air in at the top of my inhale. Letting it all go. Now one more time, once we've got all the moving parts, we're going to inhale, expand the belly full of air, scrunch the shoulders up towards the ears, scrunch the skin of the face, every muscle scrunched. Hold your breath at the top, sip in a little bit more air, and then on an exhale, we let it all go. Notice how you feel. Inhaling and expanding that belly. And on an exhale, we're going to start from here on sealing those lips and breathing out through the nose, tapping into that Ujjayi breath, that low rumble, that ocean sound in the back of the throat. So let's take a moment. While we're settling into that breath, we'll take 3 rounds of our Ujjayi breath. And if you don't feel like you're doing it right, trust me, if you are breathing, if there's air going into your lungs, you most certainly are. Ask yourself, what do I need from this 10 minutes? What do I need? How can I get it? How can I make this practice mine? On your next inhale, we're going to lift the arms. Look up at the hands with the neck. And on an exhale, palms facing down, neck stretching down, chin to chest. Inhale. Lifting the palms up towards the sky, incorporating the neck, getting a stretch in the front of the neck. Exhale, chin to chest. Lowering the hands down. Now your hands are moving at the pace of your own breath, not mine. One more round. Inhale. Palms lifting up towards the ceiling. And exhale. See how slowly, how long you can drag out the exhale. If your breaths were pretty much like this the whole time, that's okay. You're in the right place. Just keep coming back. We'll get you there. So from here, we're going to move into our cat-cows. So we're going to find, now if you're in a place where this is too much for your knees, maybe you have hardwood, maybe you've got something that's just not doing well, you can always bring this blanket, or you can double the mat over or grab a pillow. For me, I'm using my blankie today. So I'm going to place my wrists in line with the shoulders to the best of my ability, and then the knees under the hips, also to the best of my ability. And from here, we're going to move into a couple rounds of cat-cow, and I will break that down for any new beginners. So inhale, poking the chest out, poking the booty up, looking up towards the ceiling. And then on an exhale, pushing up and away from the mat, rounding the back, bringing that chin towards the chest. Exhale. 2 more rounds on your breath, your timing. And each exhale, maybe we focus on extending it as long as we can. Notice how I said as long as we can, not as long as I can. And then let's come back to a place of stillness. And we're going to send our right leg out long, sticking with the breath, and we're going to seesaw back and forth, feeling a light stretch in that calf area. And then on an exhale, we're just going to lift that right leg. Lift that right leg during the exhale, and then on the inhale, we're going to bend that knee. Exhale, extend the leg out long. Inhale, bend that knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend, and then lower that right knee down. If your wrists ever get sore, if this isn't great for your wrists, you can always come onto your fists. It takes a little bit of relief out of those wrists. On your next exhale, send the left leg out long. Start your little seesaw back and forth, warming up those calves a little bit, introducing motion to the left leg. Inhale, lift that left leg. Exhale, bend that left knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Really, we're focusing on pressing firmly and evenly into both palms. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And if you feel like you're more lopsided on one side, that's totally normal. Exhale, lower it all the way down. We're going to slowly walk our hands back and our booty towards our heels. Coming up off the wrists, I'm going to place my left hand in my lap, palm face up, and my right palm on top of that one. Taking in one giant breath and then exhaling out of the mouth. And maybe we revisit what we need from this practice. On an exhale, we're going to come all the way back to our tabletop position, and we're going to tuck the toes under and slowly as we possibly can, lift those hips up to our downward facing dog. 2 full rounds of breath here in down dog. Let the head hang heavy, as heavy as it possibly can. Sometimes that takes some serious shaking and releasing. Inhale, filling the belly full of air, walking your dog out, introducing a little more movement into the legs, both calves at the same time. You can bend. On an exhale, we're going to slowly lower all the way back down to our tabletop position. Inhale, tuck the toes, send the hips all the way up. And on your exhale, lower all the way down. One more time. Inhale, lifting the hips all the way back up. And on your exhale, slowly lower all the way down. As long as you're not holding your breath, you're doing it right. So let go of all your expectations. Now we're going to place our big toes together to touch. Spread the legs as wide as the yoga mat or as wide as Dave will allow. And then walk your hands all the way back to your heels for child's pose. And then maybe in this child's pose, you're able to melt your heart towards the mat, stretching those arms out as long as they will go. Taking your, I call it a namaste shark fin, taking it behind my head as I lower my forehead to the mat. It gives me a nice stretch, more of a stretch in the triceps and the upper back. But if this is not good for you yet, maybe you just try and then you set it down for the day. Inhaling, expanding that belly. Exhaling out of the mouth. And on your next exhale, slowly start to lift up and away from the heels, coming onto the forearms, and then up onto the knees. So from here, we're going to send our right arm out long in front of us, and then we're going to thread the needle, coming onto our right shoulder, right arm, wherever you land. Maybe the head touches the ground. Sticking with your breath. Letting it go out of the mouth as needed. Life is hard. But guess what? We are here. And we are making the best of it. Taking time for ourselves. We cannot pour from an empty cup as much as we would love to, and it would be much more convenient. It's just not the case. So here we are. Inhale, come out. And then on an exhale, I'm going to push up to a cat pose just to give my low back some love before coming into my thread the needle on the other side. Sticking with the breath. Taking these moments and making them yours. And exhaling and coming back to a comfortable seat. Maybe you've got your blanket that were under your knees. Maybe your children have started to bang on the stairs above you. going to close this moment out in silence, giving thanks to ourselves for listening to what we need. Bringing the palms together, thumbs at the heart. Whispering to yourself, either out loud or inside, I am so proud of you, and I love you. I want to give you what you need. Go in peace and love, forever grateful for your presence here with me. Namaste.